Lesson 2.06. Students will be able to partition the segment on the coordinate plane. Do now. M is the midpoint of segment AB, where A is 9, 3 and B is 5, -5. So we should stop there and think about that for a minute. So A at 9, 3, B at 5, -5, and M is the midpoint. So M is actually here. We'll show you how we figure that out in a minute. And then it says N is the midpoint of MB. Determine and state the coordinates of M and N. So let's find M, the midpoint of AB. So for AB we have x equal 9 and x equal 5. We'll add those and get 14 and divide by 2 and get 7. That gives us the x coordinate of 7. Then for the y coordinate we have 3 and -5. Add them and get -2. Then -2 divided by 2 is -1. So that's a y value of -1. So we're at 7, -1. That's what you see here. Then we need to find N, which is the midpoint from M to B. So now we're still using B, so we're still using this 5, -5, but now we're using M also, this 7, -1. So here's the calculation for that one. We have x equals 7, excuse me, and x equals 5. Add them and get 12. 12 divided by 2, x equals 6. And then -1 plus -5 from y equal -1 and y equal -5. Add them and get -6. -6 divided by 2, -3. So there we are at x equals 6 and y equal -3 to get N, which is the midpoint between M and B. Okay, item B, determine how long AB is in simplest radical form. So that's the long segment. So from B to A, we go up 5 plus 3. We go up 8 units and we go right 4 units. So to find this diagonal length, we're going to square the move up, square the 8 and get 64. Square the move to the right, square the 4 and get 16. So we see the diagonal squared equals 8 squared plus 4 squared equals 64 plus 16 equals 80. Now to get from the diagonal squared to just the diagonal, we take the square root of both sides. So square root of AB squared is AB. The square root of 80, break that down looking for duplicates and see 16 times 5. 4 times 4 times 5. 4 can come out. 5 stays. Finally, determine how long MN is. So MN, just from here to here. This is a move up 2 and right 1. So we'll do 2 squared plus 1 squared. 2 squared is 4, 1 squared is 1, 4 plus 1 is 5. So MN squared equals 5. Find MN by taking the square root. So the square root of 5.